Microsoft Store. The one place to watch movies or install mobile ports you would normally never get on Steam. In today's video, we'll be talking about rip-off games that you can get on the store. So strap right in, and let's hop right into the video. Okay, first game on the list is Modern Combat 5 Blackout. Okay, it is essentially a Call of Duty clone. Nothing much there. So let's hop right in.
Okay, here's the menu when we load up into Modern Combat 5.
So as you can see, we got
Nothing very special. Like we get the
we can do a
usual campaign, multiplayer events, and battle pass,
So
and
I'll hop
yada
right
yada yada.
into
So let's check out the multiplayer and see if it's any good. Okay, when hopping onto a multiplayer match, I could tell play a lot like Call of Duty, but just very slow paced. It is very slow. Like the gameplay is just slow, very slow. And when hopping onto a game, I was instantly killed by a guy who had like one of the best guns that you could only get by paying. Like, it gets very annoying to fight against someone who has one of the best weapons in the game compared to you, who doesn't even want to spend like $1 in the game. Because like the game is just trying to get as much money out of you as they possibly can. Like, even when you log into the game, they'll show you some deals for like a gun or some armor or something, about like some special armor or gun, or like some pack you can get or something, which can get very annoying, since after playing a couple matches, I've learned that you kind of need these special armor and guns to really just stand a chance against these other players who spend like a bunch of money on the game. And there's a very low chance you can actually find a group of players in one match that have some of the beginner level armors and stuff like that. Because I've played a couple matches, and I have not found one match where there was at least one full lobby, or at least most of the lobby, that did not have some weapon that you had to pay for. But besides the multiplayer being very pay to win, the multiplayer also consists of some matches that you would see on like your average FPS game, like Battle Royale. Okay, I can't really say Battle Royale, but like Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Free for All, etc. The game's multiplayer, though, mainly consists of stuff you'd see in like Call of Duty, like loadouts, UAVs, and stuff like that, making the game a Call of Duty clone when talking about the multiplayer, because it takes a lot of elements of Call of Duty. And you may be wondering why people may want this game. Well, the main reason is because it can run on lower-end devices. Like, on the very low-end and potato devices, it can mainly run well on those. And because of this, it will be a great alternative for somebody with a potato device to get this game instead of Call of Duty, because maybe it can't run it well, or just can't run it at all. Because, if you look at the graphics on screen, you could tell that they're not the best a game could offer. So I wouldn't really recommend this game's multiplayer, except for the Battle Royale, of course. Because the Battle Royale, there's no way that you can really pay for an advantage of any sort. Besides, the only thing you can really buy in that mode is, skins that I know of. Unlike the multiplayer, I would actually really recommend the Battle Royale, because like what I just said, you can't really pay for an advantage in this game mode.
And in the Battle Royale, you will get to choose where you want to spawn in. And in order to win, you'll have to use whatever weapon or armor or anything you can currently get to your advantage in order to kill every other player until you are the only one remaining on the island. And just like in Fortnite, there will be a weird zone that once it goes past you, will start taking damage until you get past it. So be aware of that, and it will kill you over time. You can also play with friends in a duos or trios match. So I would highly recommend this game for anyone that wants to try out Modern Combat 5. So let's go and talk about the campaign. The campaign in Modern Combat 5 is actually really good. And I do not know in the story at the moment, but I do know it is really good. It is really fun. It is really fun. I would highly recommend the campaign if you are going to get this game. And from what I've seen, it is very interesting. So I would recommend getting this game just for the campaign. Well, but there's a downside to it. And that downside is whenever you go into a match, you'll waste like some energy. And if your character dies, you'll lose that energy. You also lose that energy when entering in missions or replaying missions. And you'll have to wait. And if you lose all this energy, you'll have to wait or pay, one of the two, to play that mission again. Annoying, I know. But, like I said earlier, this game, its multiplayer is very pay to win. If you want to get a new weapon, you'll have to open a case and get a blueprint for it. And you'll have to get enough blueprints to get one weapon. You can usually get these blueprints a lot faster if you pay. And because of this, it can take forever to get the good amount of to get some good weapons or armor in the game, making it harder to progress in multiplayer. The next game we'll be trying out is Battle Tanks. It is a ripoff of World of Tanks, and we'll be checking it out to see if it's any good. So let's hop right in. Okay, when hopping into Battle Tanks, we're playing tutorials teaching us about the basics of the game, like how to shoot, how to zoom in, how to move, etc. After completing the tutorial, I was into multiplayer and I was put against bots to fight against. One thing I noticed about the gameplay is the fact that it plays a lot like World of Tanks, and I mean a lot like it. But what separates it from being a World of Tanks knockoff or ripoff? Well, okay, it is a ripoff, but it's potato graphics, and in the game, you do not have infinite supplies of missiles or rockets or whatever, and you can run out of them in a match. Once you run out of them, you'll have to use the in-game currency to try and buy them. The in-game currency can either be unlocked by playing matches, earning achievements, and etc. They can be used, like what I just said, by ammo, or by tanks, extensions, and other stuff that could help improve your tank strength, speed, or anything else I don't want to cover in this video. But besides that, it is not very pay to win like the previous game I just talked about. In fact, it is very tame when compared to the other game, when compared to Modern Combat 5. The reason why people would actually get this instead of the actual World of Tanks is mainly because it's made for low-end devices, because as you can see right here, the graphics don't look that good. So it probably run on a low-end computer. And when I was playing it, it actually runs very well on my device, but that could mainly be because I'm running on like a high-end computer and getting a lot of FPS. So when I to the game's menu, we can see stuff like teams, clans, tournaments, productions, battle passes, etc., and stuff to level up our tanks and give them equipment and other stuff. I've also tried in the game's chat to see if there were any real players, and yeah, I can confirm they are real players just by looking at the names.
Thank you for people who have got to this far in the video. And leave a like and drop a subscribe and press that subscribe button if you already haven't. And I will see you in the next video. And bye.